All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am VC Pramod and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program at 11 a.m. today. Prime Minister announces financial aid for children orphaned by COVID-19. Centre liberalizes insurance compensation schemes under ESIC and EPFO. Government reconstitutes empowered group on COVID-19. India achieves a major milestone in corona vaccination, over 21 crore doses administered. Corona curfew extended in Delhi and Goa till the 7th of June. BJP leaders to participate in COVID relief activities in 1 lakh villages across the country to mark the 7th anniversary of Modi government. IFFCO to launch nano urea in the market next month. 6-time world champion MC Mary Kom to face Kazakhstan's Nazim Kayzabeh in summit clash of Asian Boxing Championships in Dubai today. And in cricket, UAE to host Reminder IPL 2021 tournament in September-October. As the number of COVID cases is on the rise, we appeal to our listeners not to lower their guard, take all precautions, and all those above 45 years of age who have taken the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine to get vaccinated with the second dose at the scheduled time. Stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. A national helpline is operational for providing COVID-related information and guidance to the people. The national helpline number is 011-2397-8046/1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio at 11 a.m. today. It will be the 77th episode of the monthly radio program. It will be broadcast on the entire network of AIR and Doordarshan and also on AIR News website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR mobile app. It will also be streamed live on the YouTube channels of AIR, DD, PMO, and Information and Broadcasting Ministry. AIR will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. The regional language versions will be repeated at 8 in the evening. In a major relief announcement extending much-needed support for children who have lost their parents due to COVID-19, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved a slew of measures under PM CARES for Children scheme, including free education and an amount of 10 lakh rupees on attaining the age of 23 years, among others. The Prime Minister chaired an important meeting to discuss and deliberate on steps which need to be taken to support children who have been orphaned due to COVID-19. Prime Minister stressed that in such trying times it is our duty as a society to care for our children and instill hope for a bright future. All children who have lost both parents, surviving parent, legal guardian or adoptive parents due to COVID-19 will be supported under PM CARES for Children scheme. Our correspondent takes a look at the slew of measures announced under the scheme.
Under the PM CARES for Children scheme, contribution will be done through the PM CARES fund till the age of 18 years to create a corpus of 10 lakh rupees for each child orphaned due to COVID-19. The beneficiary will be given a monthly stipend for 5 years from 18 years of age till he completes 23. On attaining the age of 23, the full amount of 10 lakh rupees will be transferred to the beneficiary for his professional or personal use. Ensuring free education to such kids under the scheme, children under 10 years of age will be given admissions in Kendriya Vidyalayas and private schools, whereas provision has been made for educating kids between 11 to 18 years of age in residential schools, including Sainik School and Navodaya Vidyalayas. Expenditure on uniform, textbooks, and notebooks for beneficiary kids will be done through the PM CARES fund. Students going for higher education will also be assisted to get education loans and scholarships. All children beneficiaries will be enrolled under Ayushman Bharat scheme with a health insurance cover of 5 lakh rupees, the premium for which will be paid by the PM CARES fund. Anand Chaturvedi, AIR News, Delhi.
Gujarat government has announced a series of relief measures including monthly financial assistance for the children who have lost both their parents to COVID-19. Announcing Mukhyamantri Bal Seva Yojana, Chief Minister Vijay Rupani said such children will get 4,000 rupees per month till they turn 18 and 6,000 rupees per month till they turn 21. Our correspondent reports that state government launched this scheme yesterday on the eve of the completion of 7 years of Narendra Modi government at the centre. A report.
During a live webcast yesterday, Chief Minister Vijay Rupani said all types of undergraduate and postgraduate courses will be considered valid for availing benefit under the scheme. He added that such orphan children will also get priority in various government schemes offering scholarships within India and abroad irrespective of income criteria. The children orphaned by COVID-19 from SC, ST, OBC, NTDNT and economically backward classes will also get benefit of scholarships. They will also be given priority in vocational training, admissions in government education institutions and medical treatment. Aparna Khun, AN News, Ahmedabad.
The centre has enhanced and liberalized the insurance compensation schemes under Employees State Insurance Corporation and Employees Provident Fund Organisation with a view to mitigate the financial difficulties faced due to death of single earning member in the family. The decision on the relief measures were taken by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in an important meeting held in New Delhi yesterday. Under the relief measures announced, the benefit of ESIC pension scheme for employment-related death cases has been extended to even those who have died due to COVID. Dependent family members of such persons will be entitled to the benefit of pension equivalent to 90% of average daily wage drawn by the worker as per the existing norms. This benefit will be available retrospectively with effect from 24th of March of last year and for all such cases till 24th of March next year. Additionally, the insurance benefits under the Employees Deposit Linked Insurance Scheme, EDLI, have been enhanced to 7 lakh rupees. The provision of minimum insurance benefit of 2,50,000 rupees has been restored and will also apply retrospectively from 15th of February last year for the next 3 years. To benefit families of contractual and casual workers, the condition of continuous employment in only one establishment has also been liberalized. The benefit under the relaxed norms will be made available to families or even those employees who may have changed jobs in the last 12 months preceding their death.
Centre has reconstituted the 6 empowered groups into 10 groups to tackle the COVID situation in the country. The decision is aimed at further improving the efforts in catering the current need of COVID management. Niti Aayog member Health Dr. V.K. Paul will head the Emergency Management Plan Group and the 10-member panel on vaccination. Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan will be the convener of the empowered group on emergency response capabilities. It will look into the issues related to hospitals, equipment and medicines. A separate empowered group has been formed under the chairmanship of Road and Transport Secretary Giridhar Aramane on oxygen production, import and other related issues. Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR Director General Bhargav has made the convener of the panel on COVID testing, while Niti Aayog CEO Amitabh Kant will head the group which will take care of work of private sector, NGOs and international organizations. Economic and Welfare Measures Group, which has been tasked with emerging issues related to growth and employment, will be headed by Department of Economic Affairs Secretary Ajay Seth. Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla will be the convener of 12-member empowered group on pandemic response and coordination. An 11-member group headed by Information and Broadcasting Secretary Amit Khare will look after the steps on information, communication and public engagement. Chairman of Empowered Group on Technology and Data Management to combat COVID-19, Dr. R.S. Sharma, has dismissed the misinformation on performance of the CoWIN platform. He said there have been some unfounded media reports of the CoWIN platform creating a digital divide and allowing unscrupulous elements to hack the system to benefit a few sections of the population. Dr. Sharma said these reports are incorrect and not supported by full information on the matter. He said CoWIN is the technological backbone driving vaccination in India, ranging from validation of the supply of authentic vaccines and managing vaccination centers to registration and obtaining certification by citizens. The entire value chain is administered through the CoWIN platform. Dr. Sharma said CoWIN platform cannot be hacked. The OTP and the CAPTCHA cannot be bypassed. CoWIN registration prevents super spreading events by preventing overcrowding at vaccination site. He said over 167 million persons have been administered at least one dose of the vaccine, translating to around 12.21% coverage.
India has crossed a major landmark in COVID-19 vaccination. More than 21 crore cumulative vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far. Health Ministry said vaccination is an integral pillar of the comprehensive strategy of the government for containment and management of the pandemic, along with test, track, treat and COVID-appropriate behavior. The ministry said that more than 28,09,000 beneficiaries were inoculated with COVID-19 vaccine doses yesterday, out of which more than 25,11,000 beneficiaries were vaccinated for the first dose and around 3 lakh beneficiaries received the second dose of the vaccine. The ministry said more than 14,15,000 beneficiaries of the age group 18 to 44 years received their first dose of COVID vaccine yesterday, and more than 9,000 beneficiaries of the same age group received their second dose of the vaccine. Cumulatively, over 1 crore 82 lakh persons across 37 states and union territories have received their first dose since the start of phase 3 of the vaccination drive. Government has said that private hospitals offering packages for COVID-19 vaccination in collaboration with some hotels are violating the National COVID Vaccination Program guidelines. In a letter, Union Health Ministry asked the health secretaries of all states and union territories to monitor and ensure that vaccination drive is carried out as per the prescribed guidelines. The ministry further said, as per the current guidelines, only 4 types of COVID vaccination centers are allowed. The centers include government and private healthcare vaccination centers and workplace and near-to-home COVID vaccination center for elderly and differently able persons organized by RWAs, housing societies, panchayat bhavans and similar institutions on a temporary basis. Apart from these, there are no other avenues to carry out the vaccination. Therefore, vaccination carried out in hotels is contrary to the guidelines and must be stopped immediately, it added. The ministry also directed the state authorities to initiate necessary legal and administrative actions against institutions carrying out vaccination in contravention to the existing vaccination provisions. Delhi reported less than 1,000 cases of the COVID-19 yesterday. The positivity rate also dipped to 1.19%. Delhi government said that over 13,84,000 people affected with coronavirus have been cured so far. In the last 24 hours, more than 2,000 people recovered and 122 deaths were reported in the city. Presently, the total number of active cases of COVID-19 in the national capital is around 13,000. More than 31,303 beneficiaries were vaccinated with COVID-19 vaccine doses in the last 24 hours in Delhi. With this, more than 52,89,000 vaccine doses have been administered so far.
In Uttar Pradesh, the COVID-19 infection is being contained firmly and the number of corona patients is decreasing rapidly. Currently, the number of active cases has decreased to 46,201. So far, a total of 16,21,743 people have recovered from the infection in the state. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has said that the policy of test, trace and treat has been very effective in breaking the corona infection chain. More from our Lucknow correspondent.
According to Health Department, during the last 24 hours, 2,287 fresh COVID cases were detected, while 7,902 people have been cured and discharged in the same duration. The COVID test positivity rate in the state has come down to 0.8% and the recovery rate has risen to 96%. So far, a total of 1,76,67,710 vaccine cover have been administered, out of which 1,42,43,355 people have taken the first dose and 34,24,355 people have received both the doses. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
Delhi Disaster Management Authority DDMA has extended the curfew on the movement of individuals in the National Capital Territory except for essential activities till 5 a.m. on the 7th of next month. In an order issued yesterday evening, the DDMA said starting from this Monday, relaxation has been given for operations of manufacturing and production units within closed premises in approved industrial areas. Additionally, it said construction activities within their work sites will also be allowed outside the containment zones during the curfew period.
Goa government has extended the ongoing COVID curfew till June 7. In a tweet, Chief Minister's office said orders regarding the extension will be issued by respective district collectors. Stores selling essential items, grocery shops and liquor stores are allowed to stay open from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. during the curfew period, while medical stores and restaurant kitchens are allowed to function from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. As per the earlier guidelines issued by the Goa government, all casinos, bars, sports complex, auditoriums, community halls, swimming pools, cinema halls, theatres and multiplexes will continue to remain closed in the state. President Ramnath Kovind has extended greetings to fellow citizens, especially to the people of Goa, as the state celebrates its Statehood Day today. Mr. Kovind said, the state of Goa, which is endowed with captivating beaches and hospitable people, sets an example of economic growth with sustainable development. He wished for sustained growth and prosperity of the people of the state. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has also extended his greetings to the residents of Goa as the state celebrates its Statehood Day today. The minister wished for new heights of development for the state in the coming years. You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program at 11 a.m. today. Prime Minister announces financial aid for children orphaned by COVID-19. Centre liberalizes insurance compensation schemes under ESIC and EPFO. Government reconstitutes empowered group on COVID-19. India achieves a major milestone in corona vaccination, over 21 crore doses administered. Corona curfew extended in Delhi and Goa till 7th of June. BJP leaders to participate in COVID relief activities in 1 lakh villages across the country to mark the 7th anniversary of Modi government. IFFCO to launch nano urea in the market next month. 6-time world champion MC Mary Kom to face Kazakhstan's Nazim Kayzabeh in Summit Clash of Asian Boxing Championships in Dubai today. And in cricket, UAE to host remainder IPL 2021 tournament in September-October. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
In view of the COVID-19 pandemic, BJP will not hold any celebratory event to mark the 7th anniversary of the Narendra Modi government today. Party leaders and workers will organize Corona awareness and relief campaign in 1 lakh villages across the country to mark the day under the Seva Hi Sangathan 2.0 campaign. BJP has assigned work to its leaders and workers to reach out to people in the villages. Union ministers, state ministers, MPs and MLAs have been asked to participate in this campaign in at least 2 villages. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik has thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for taking immediate steps to build disaster-resilient power infrastructure in the coastal state. He said it will immensely benefit Odisha, which is frequented by cyclones. Earlier, Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has said that pursuant to the request of Odisha government, Centre has proactively finalized guidelines for cyclone-resilient power transmission infrastructure in the coastal belt to further strengthen disaster preparedness. More from our Bhubaneswar correspondent.
Building cyclone-resilient power infrastructure in coastal Odisha was one of the 2 proposals made by Mr. Patnaik before Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his meeting with the state government in capital Bhubaneswar last Friday to review the impact of cyclone in Odisha. The other proposal was building storm surge resilient coastal embankment. Meanwhile, Odisha government yesterday decided to form a task force to work towards building a disaster and pandemic resilient Odisha while onboarding the community. On the other hand, restoration works continue in certain pockets of the cyclone-ravaged North Odisha that bore the cyclonic brunt last Wednesday. Girish Chandra Das, AIR News, Bhubaneswar.
Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has asked Health Department to make necessary arrangements for the treatment of mucormycosis or black fungus in all medical colleges and hospitals in the state. He said free treatment will be provided to all mucormycosis patients. The number of mucormycosis cases in the state has risen to 354, while casualties has gone up to 26. Meanwhile, Bihar is witnessing a sharp decline in fresh COVID cases. The state's recovery rate has risen to over 96%, while the test positivity rate has declined to 1.80%. The number of active cases is also decreasing and presently stands at 21,084. Over 6,78,000 people have so far recovered from the infection. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval has commissioned Indian Coast Guard offshore patrol vessel Sajag and dedicated to the nation for safeguarding maritime interests. Sajag has been constructed by Goa Shipyard Limited. Mr. Doval commended Goa Shipyard for indigenously developing ships for the maritime armed forces on time with state-of-the-art machinery and latest technology sensors and equipment. Defence Ministry said Indian Coast Guard ships are being built within the country in various shipyards, including private yard, in line with government's vision of Make in India.
Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative IFFCO will launch Nano Urea in the market next month. 500 ml Nano Urea, which costs 240 rupees, is equivalent to 45 kilograms of normal urea. Besides reducing the cost of cultivation, it increases the yield. Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister D.V. Sadananda Gowda said the Nano Urea will be a game changer for farming sector as it is expected to reduce the consumption of normal urea substantially, thus saving a huge sum on subsidy and forex. In Jammu and Kashmir, security forces have recovered a huge quantity of arms and ammunition in forward areas of Tangdar sector in Kupwara district. The recoveries include 3 AK-47 rifles, 6 AK magazines and 4 9mm pistols. The arms and ammunition, which was smuggled from across the border, were recovered in the Jabdi village yesterday. The arms seem to have been recently brought from across the border, and the police are not ruling out the use of drones in the drop of the weapons. Search in the area is going on and further recoveries are expected. It is, however, not known which organization these weapons belong to.
Since the outbreak of COVID-19, many people selflessly came forward to help those affected by one of the worst ever crises that humans faced on the planet. One such example is a Mumbai-based chef, Tushar Deshmukh, who undertook the task of taking care of COVID patients admitted to the hospital and even cremating those who succumbed due to the infection. We have more from our Mumbai correspondent.
Tushar said he cremated around 15 to 16 bodies which were abandoned by their families. In the first wave of COVID, Tushar helped the relatives of the corona victims in Dadar and Mahim areas from the hospital to the cemetery for the funeral of the deceased. While serving people, he too contracted the disease. However, within a few months after recovering from COVID, he noticed the difficulty of people working as home cooks. He then started interviewing and introducing various home cooks through his social media, in which he introduced a local cook every week, bringing their specialty before people. In addition to meet each other's business needs, an informal system was set up to provide quality products to consumers locally. Tushar Deshmukh's initiative of giving a helping hand to others in difficult times and making effective use of social media while getting out of negativity have been well appreciated. Devabhaya Bhattacharjee, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Telangana, special yoga classes are being given to the inmates of the COVID Care Center established at the sports school in Karimnagar are giving promising results. District administration has set up 7 COVID care centers in the district following a spike in COVID cases being reported daily. In one of such centers, which is set up at the district sports school, special yoga classes are being given daily for half an hour to COVID patients besides providing them nutritious food and medical care. Nodal officer of the center, Dr. Sudhakar, informed that the patients are recovering fast at the center as they get confidence and mental peace due to yoga practice. He informed that over 130 patients recovered from the center during the last 10 days.
The Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, has announced that the remaining matches of India Premier League IPL 2021 will be played in the United Arab Emirates in September-October this year. In a statement yesterday, BCCI General Secretary Jay Shah said, due to the monsoon season in India in September-October, Special General Meeting of the board has decided to play the remainder IPL matches in UAE just before the T20 World Cup. The dates for IPL are yet to be announced. There are 31 remaining matches in this year's IPL. IPL 2021 was postponed on the 4th of May after 6 players, 2 support staff members and a bus cleaner tested positive for coronavirus.
Six-time world champion MC Mary Kom will face Kazakhstan's Nazim Kayzabeh in the summit clash of Asian Boxing Championships in Dubai today. She stormed into the finals of the women's 51 kg category with a 4-1 win against Mongolia's Latsai-Khan Altansetseg. There are 3 more Indian women boxers in contention for gold medal. They include Lalbut Sahi in 64 kg, Pooja Rani in 75 kg and Anupma in plus 81 kg category.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for today. National capital Delhi is expected to have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of development of thunder lightning. Minimum temperature was recorded at 27 degrees, maximum will be around 39 degrees. Mumbai will have generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Minimum temperature was 27 degrees, maximum will be around 35 degrees. Chennai will have mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was 28 and maximum is expected to be 40. In Kolkata, there will be partly cloudy sky with possibility of development of thunder and lightning. Minimum temperature was 29 degrees while maximum will be around 36 degrees. In Jammu, minimum was 29 and maximum will be around 40. Srinagar had minimum temperature of 14 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 29 degrees. In Leh, temperature will hover between 6 to 21 degrees Celsius. The sky will be partly cloudy. In Gilgit, the sky will be partly cloudy. Minimum temperature was 16 degrees and maximum will be around 37 degrees. In Muzaffarabad, temperature will shift from 19 degrees in the morning to around 38 degrees Celsius in the afternoon. City will have mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Chandigarh will have mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 29 to 39 degrees Celsius. Dehradun may have partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Temperature will move from minimum of 23 degrees to maximum of around 35 degrees Celsius. In Hyderabad, rain or thunder showers would occur towards evening or night. Temperature will vary between 26 to 38 degrees Celsius. Patna will have generally cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Minimum temperature was 22 and maximum will be around 32 degrees.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Centre announces measures to help kids hit by COVID is a lead in Asian age. The paper adds that PM Cares Fund to create a corpus of 10 lakhs when they attain 18 years of age. Corpus will be paid as lump sum at age 23. CBSE may give 12th marks based on results of past 3 years is a lead story in Times of India. Black fungus leaving COVID victims indigent is a lead story in Sunday Pioneer. Didi asks Modi not to recall Chief Secretary is a lead story in Sunday Tribune. The paper adds that the CM as saying ready to touch PM's feet for Bengal's sake. Ripples from Yas and surging tide devastate the Sundarbans is a lead in the Hindu. And finally, Pulwama hero's widow completes mission to become an army officer is a front page item in Hindustan Times. I could feel him holding me and saying, "Yes, you did it," said Lieutenant Colonel Nitika Kaul.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program at 11 a.m. today. Prime Minister announces financial aid for children orphaned by COVID-19. Centre liberalizes insurance compensation schemes under ESIC and EPFO. Government reconstitutes empowered group on COVID-19. India achieves a major milestone in corona vaccination, over 21 crore doses administered. Corona curfew extended in Delhi and Goa till the 7th of June. BJP leaders to participate in COVID relief activities in 1 lakh villages across the country to mark 7th anniversary of Modi government. IFFCO to launch nano urea in the market next month. 6-time world champion MC Mary Kom to face Kazakhstan's Nazim Kayzabeh in summit clash of Asian Boxing Championships in Dubai today. And in cricket, UAE to host remainder IPL 2021 tournament in September-October. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.